Hi, superstars. It is time for math. We are on lesson 11-4, parts of 17, 18, and 19. You've learned how to break apart the numbers 11 to 16 into two parts, with one part being 10 ones or 1 10 in each case. 10 ones are needed to make 1 10. Today, you'll be learning how to separate the numbers 17, 18, and 19 into two parts and write number sentences to show what you have done. Let's look at our work mat here. How many squares are there in the first row on your work mat? So we're looking at this first row of squares. There are 17 squares there. So how can we split 17 into 10 ones and some more ones? Okay, I'm going to put in some counters. So how many counters are in this group? So if we count them, there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's 10 yellow counters. Okay, now I put in some red counters. So how many red counters are in this group? 7, and we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So how can we write a number sentence describing the 17 squares? We have 17 right here. So what does this number describe, the 17? It describes the total number of squares in the row. So what number should we put next? Over here. We should put 10 because we have our 10 yellow counters. And what number goes last? 7, our 7 red counters. So we have 17 equals 10 plus 7. Okay, let's do another problem. We are going to look at the next number, which is 18. You can use any color, just as long as you're using two colors. So we're looking at 18. We are going to fill in our yellow counters, and we're going to fill in 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 ones filled in. Now we are going to fill in the rest with red. Again, you can use any two colors you want. So I filled in the remaining with the red counters, and there were 8. So I have 10 yellow counters, and then I have 8 red counters. So again, we have 18 here. So what does this number represent? 18 is representing the total number of squares. We have 18. What number should we put next here? 10. We have our 10 yellow counters. And what number goes last? 8. Our 8 red counters. So our number sentence is 18 equals 10 plus 8. All right, let's do one more. We're going to do 19. So I'm going to get my yellow. I'm going to fill in, oops, not red, yellow. I'm going to fill in my 10 counters. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 yellow counters, and then I'm going to fill in the remaining with my red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Again, what does 19 represent? What is it telling us? It's telling us the total number of squares up there in this row. So 19 is telling us how many total squares we have. So our next number we're going to write is how many of our 10 counters are there? 10. And then our next number is 9. That's the total number of our red counters. So our sentence is 19 equals 10 plus 9. Let's turn our paper over. Let's look at our first box here. Okay, Dawood had a cube train. How many cubes long was his cube train? 17. Why is the number 17 shown? Because there are 17 cubes. Let's look at our next box here. Dawood broke apart his cube train into 2 groups. How many blue cubes are there? So if we look here, we see 10. How many red cubes are there? 7. Let's go to our third box. Dawood put cubes in the 10 frames. How many cubes did Dawood put in the top 10 frame? He put 10 blue cubes. And how many cubes did he put in the bottom 10 frame? 7. So how many cubes are there in all? 17. Let's look at our last box here. Does this number sentence match the cubes? 17 equals 10 plus 7? Yes. So what does the number 17 represent? The number of cubes in all. What does the 10 represent? The cubes in the top 10 frame. And how about the 7? What does it represent? The cubes in the bottom 10 frame. All right, let's look at our first problem. Let's put our paper up. All right, let's look at number 1. Okay, so you're going to need a red and a blue crayon. You're going to count the red and blue cubes, and then you're going to trace the number that shows how many cubes there are in all. So we have blue and red cubes, and now we have one set of blue and we have one set of red. So you're going to count how many blue and how many red there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 blue, and how many red do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 red in this group. So now you are going to trace the total number of cubes, which is 18. Now you can count all of them just to make sure and continue from 10, go 11, 12, all the way until you finish your last cube, and that is 18 cubes total. All right, let's look at number 2. Draw red and blue squares in the 10 frames to match the number sentence. So now you're going to get your crayons. So let's get blue. And we are going to fill in our 10 frames. So we have 19 equals 10 plus 9. 10 is in blue and the 9 is in red. So we're going to fill in our first 10 frame. And remember, when we fill it all up, how many are in there? 10. We don't have to count it. And now we need to fill our second 10 frame with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we have 10 blue, 9 red. So 19 equals 10 plus 9. Let's look at number 3. So what you do here for number 3, color the squares so that 10 are blue and the rest are red. So you're going to write how many squares are colored in all. So first we're going to color 10 squares blue. So get your blue crayon. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the rest we're going to color in red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're split up down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 and 7. So 10 and 7 is how many? You can count them all to check. 17. So 17 equals 10 plus 7. Okay, let's look at number 4. Draw red and blue squares in the 10 frames to match the number sentence. So we have 18 equals 10 plus 8. Remember, this number represents all of the counters or all of the squares. So 18 equals 10 plus 8. So we're going to get our blue crayon and we are going to fill in our first 10 frame with 10. So remember, we don't have to count this because we know it's a 10 frame, and when we fill it all up, it has 10 in it. Now we want to fill in our second 10 frame with 8. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 18 equals 10 plus 8. And it matches our number sentence. Good job, superstars. Keep up the good work. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.